guys and girls, Phil here from the Leicestershire Gun Centre. Today we've got a very quick air pistol review on the PT-85 by Gamo. Now, in the past we've done a few pistol reviews and they have been a bit awkward to work with because the image, the pistol itself has been so small because we've been zoomed out. So going forward we are going to be doing it in this way for the pistols just so you can see more of them and less of me. It's a win-win. So the PT-85. Now, pistols are predominantly made for target work, a bit of plinking in the garden. There are a couple of models out there which are more aimed at pest control. These certainly are not it. This is for target work in the garden, paper punching, tin cans, things like that. Now, the Gamo, PT-85 Gamo is a metal and ABS construction. So you've got sort of an ABS for the lower, so for the frame, and then you've got a metal construction for the slide. Very robust, very well built. The overall weight is very nice as well. So you do feel like you've got something very reliable in the hand. The PT-85 is C02 powered. So the C02 is going to go in the grip, which is in this section here, and you'll simply pull off this like so. CO2 goes in there, and with a quick twist, neck in first, with a quick twist on this, you will then pierce the top of the CO2 and away you go. And you should get a very sort of healthy amount of shots before you need to reload or reinsert a new CO2 couplet. And CO2 is cheap anyway, so it's quite an effective way of power method. So CO2 powered. The PT-85 is blowback as well. Now that is worth a mention because a lot of pistols, pellet pistols, are not blowback, purely because the pellets go in the top of the pistol in a small rotating magazine. Not the case with the PT-85. PT-85 uses, instead of a rotating magazine, it actually uses a stick magazine, which is awesome because while it does give you that blowback feature, so it adds to the realism and the fun factor, this magazine itself will hold 8 rounds at the top and then 8 rounds on the other end as well. So as soon as you've done your first 8 rounds, eject the magazine, flip it, pop it back in, and then you've got another 8 rounds, quick as you can pull the trigger. That overall adds to the fun factor because you've not got to keep stopping, filling magazines up or swapping, and you get that little bit of realism with having to insert the magazine again anyway. There's nothing wrong with the rotating magazines with the other models, but it's not as realistic as you would get sticking it in the bottom. So ABS for the lower, metal for the upper, blowback action using a realistic style of magazine. Of course it's not a full-size magazine, but you've still got the principle of mag ejection, flip it and add it back in again. Markings on the pistol itself, they're not bad, they're not great, they're not the licensed markings, which is a shame, but you can't have everything at the end of the day. You've got Gamo on one side and then you've got PT-85 blowback on the other side. They're rather dull, so they don't stand out too much, which is potentially a good thing anyway, but they are on there. You've got a safety on the right hand side of the pistol as well. That's always a good thing. Obviously keep your air rifle, your pistols, whatever you're using, keep them on safe until you intend to use them, and keep your finger off the trigger until you intend to shoot. You've got some very simplistic white dots on the rear and on the front. Nothing to shout about there, but they get the job done. Some people prefer the fibre optics. These are very simple, but sometimes simple is often better. So we'll leave you guys to decide what you prefer on that one, but very easy to get on target, easy to work with as well. All in all, the PT-85 is a cracking unit. They're priced at the 115 as well, so they're not overly expensive. As I say, if you want something just for very generic and effective sort of backguard plinking, these will do the job nicely. The blowback action adds a lot to the piece as well for that realism and that fun factor. CO2 powered, so you're going to get plenty of shots per capsule. 16 rounds in total, which certainly beats a lot of the other pellet pistols out there, and of course the fact that you can do the 8 and do the 8 quick with a quick rotating of the magazine, that adds to everything as well. Caliber wise, like a lot of air pistols out there, is 177, so again better off for the target work, and that's pretty much it. Sights on the front and on the rear. The mag release is where you would expect on a pistol firearm, which is going to be that button there. Press that in, the magazine will drop straight out. C02 goes in the grip, as we've already mentioned. That section there slides straight off, put back on when you're finished with it. Markings on the side, negligible, not the best, not the worst. You don't really notice them anyway. And also worth a mention before we finish up, you do have a small rail on the underside as well. So if you want to pop on a small laser or even a small little torch as well, you can do, and we do stock those should you need them. So yeah, that is the PT-85 Air Gun. Priced at the $115. They're on the website, they're in the store, and we do keep quite a healthy selection of these purely because of how popular they are. But yeah, if you want to pop down and have a look, you can do. We're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 10 till 5. So we'll see you soon. Cheers.